Okay, listen, I know I'm kind of like behind on trends and stuff, but I still think this is a very beautiful tumbler. I know that everybody really has been doing it, and if you've already seen a tutorial on this, I'm sorry, but I had to do it. I had to make it, at least for myself, because it is gorgeous and I love it. So this is my tutorial on the Unicorn Burst tumbler. Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to be doing the Unicorn Burst tumbler. I know this is something that's been done a lot, but I think it's just absolutely gorgeous, and really I had just seen it recently, and I just had to do it. So for this tumbler, I'm using a 30-ounce skinny from Maker Flow Crafts, and I will have my link for them in the description. And then for the paints, you're only going to need 3. You need a pink, a blue, and a yellow. And this blue, I don't have like the exact light blue that I want, so I'm going to mix a little bit of white in with it. And really I might mix white at least a little bit with all of these just to make them more like pastel. But this is Pink Parfait, Real Yellow, and Laguna, all from Apple Barrel. So I'm going to start here by putting all of my paints spread out on a piece of parchment paper, and I'm going to add a little bit of white to each of them. And I do this when I make my tie-dye tumblers as well, because I love the looks of the like pastel colored tie-dyes. And I'm going to be making a tie-dye tutorial here soon, pretty soon, and I'm going to be using some products that you would not expect for it. So definitely stay tuned for that. It might be a little while. It'll probably be a couple weeks before I get that video made. But just a heads up. So now I'm going to take my paintbrushes, and I only have 2 that are, you know, a good enough size, so I'm just going to rinse them off once I get to my 3rd color. But I'm going to start with pink, and if you want to, you can definitely put your tumbler on a turner, because we are kind of going to be doing like diagonal lines. But I'm just going to go ahead and hold it and spin it and, you know, hope for the best. So I'm going to start off with my pink, and I am just making some diagonal lines, almost like, you know, like a Milky Way. And don't worry about them being perfect, because it really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go in with my blue and just keep making a pattern of your diagonal lines. And I left a space because I'm going to put the yellow in between that, because once the yellow touches the pink, it'll make orange, and once it touches the blue, of course, it'll make a green. Let me see. I'll do like a smaller stroke of pink over here. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect whatsoever, because your colors are going to blend, and I mean, you'll see. So now I've got that, so I'm going to fill in the rest of the spaces with my yellow, and I'm going to come in with my yellow and intentionally, you know, make the colors touch so they can blend a little bit. Get a nice like orangey tint over here, and then a greenish tint over here. See? And now I'm going to come over here. It really doesn't matter where you start with it. I'm just trying to get like the bigger spaces first, I guess. Have it blend into that blue. And that's why I kind of made some spots like really, really big, because I knew I was going to blend that paint over. And now a little smaller space right here. Now I got this last one here. So now that has made a very pretty blended color effect. I'm actually gonna, oops, make my blue a little more vibrant here. Which is gonna make some more green, which is perfect. So now I'm gonna let this completely dry and come back for the next step. So this is good and dry, and now what we're gonna do is take some white spray paint and very, very lightly do like an ombre as best as you can on top and bottom. I am gonna record it, but I'm not gonna go outside and do it because of this. So I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but there is a lot of snow falling and it's so cold. And so I'm gonna do something that you absolutely should not ever do. I'm gonna spray paint in my shed. I am gonna have the door open, but really, you really shouldn't do that unless maybe you have like a respirator on or something, because yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not good. But I'm gonna do it so you guys can see what to do next. The next step is a Tack-it method, which you guys know I'm excited about. So I'm just mixing up my Tack-it. And you can find this Tack-it, it's Aleene's Tack-it Over and Over. You can find it at the Glitter Grind. They just did a huge restock of Tack-it, so make sure you check them out. And it's gonna look funny. I have my water bottle out here, okay, and it's the only water I got. And I need to put a little bit of water in my Tack-it, so there we go. I try to drink that half-gallon bottle of water every day, trying to see what it does for me, like health-wise, and so far the only thing it's doing is making me pee constantly. But I'm staying optimistic. It might like clear my skin, or I don't know, something. Praying for a miracle. So once that Tack-it is about the consistency of Mod Podge, you can go ahead and apply it. I'm using my little Amazon makeup brush. I use this one specifically for Tack-it, and I use the other one that I got from the dollar store for my Mod Podge. Trying to keep things organized around here, okay? Y'all know I'm messy, but I'm trying to just be organized. So put this all over your tumbler and let it dry. I know it's going to be kind of hard to tell when it's dry because of, you know, your tumbler's white, but I guess look at the colored part. And once it dries clear, you can go ahead and try your Tack-it if you want to, but I like to do 2 coats just to be safe that everything is covered. So now that I've got a couple of coats of this Tack-it dry, I'm going to go in with the Glitter Grind's Afterglow. And this is the most gorgeous, like, rainbow color. Oh my god, it's stunning. So Afterglow is more of like a medium chunk, if that makes sense, of glitter, but there's also some very fine pieces in there as well. So I did do like a little experiment on the bottom, and whenever you do the Tack-it method with this and you start rubbing it in, most of those like chunkier medium, you know, pieces are going to fall off. And it's going to leave behind the finer pieces that give you like the holographic look. So that's what I'm going for. Look how pretty it already looks. I love it. So I'm going to put this back in the container because Lord knows I don't want to waste any of that. Sadly though, I will be throwing away the glitter that falls off after I like rub it around on the cup, because I don't know, I feel like that glitter is like contaminated, so I don't want to put it back. Okay, here we go. Ready? So excited. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Jesus. Shout out to the glitter grind. This is so pretty. So see what I mean though? Like all of, or most of, there's like some stragglers, but like most of the chunkier pieces are falling off, and it's leaving behind all of those really fine cut pieces for the Tack-it look. You know what I mean? There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at that though. It's so pretty. I get so excited about Tack-it tumblers. You guys that have been here a while, y'all know I love Tack-it tumblers. They are my obsession. Look at it though. Just look at it. So now for the final part before the epoxy, I'm going to go ahead and go in with Kaleidoscope from the Glitter Grind. And this is going to be like the burst aspect of the Unicorn Burst Tumbler. Excuse me. And I do want to mention I did do a very, very light spray of Rust-Oleum Clear Sealant on this before I'm going into this step. And I don't normally seal my Tack-its, I just pop them on the turner. But I'm going to be brushing over this again with some Mod Podge and stuff, and I just didn't want to mess anything up. So even though the glitter, I'm really making it, like focusing it on the middle here, I am putting Mod Podge over the entire tumbler as if I'm going to coat the whole thing. And I'm just doing that because I've noticed in the past when I've made tumblers before and I just want to make like a ombre, so to speak, if I only put my Mod Podge in like a certain area, my glitter always looks like I just did a straight line, like it just abruptly stops, and I don't want that. So I am putting Mod Podge over the entire tumbler, which I mean isn't a bad thing because that's just more sealing, you know what I mean? So like it's totally fine. And now that I have Mod Podge over all of it, I can do what I'm wanting to do without making it look like just a straight line of glitter, right? So here I am with Kaleidoscope from the Glitter Grind. It is a chunky, like, maybe like I would call it like a mirror glitter. I mean, I don't know if that's like a correct term, but that's what I call it. So I'm gonna make it the heaviest around the center here, the center of like those collars. And then I'm going to tilt and just like very lightly let it fall. And then I'm going to do the same thing the other way. So just tapping it and letting it fall downward and kind of like fading out. So if I would have just put like a line of Mod Podge, it would just look like a straight line of glitter, and that's not what I wanted. So I'm actually going to take my Mod Podge brush here and just brush some pieces of that glitter off the bottom. I might even go in with my finger and just get some pieces off that maybe went down too far. Just some stragglers here and there, no biggie. Maybe if I can get them. Like this one up here is really far, this one's too far. But so far that's good. So I'm gonna let this Mod Podge dry completely so it will dry clear, and then before I put it on the turner with some epoxy, I will show you guys what that looks like. So now that the Mod Podge and everything has dried, I hit it again with the clear sealant just to seal in this chunky glitter, and now it's time for epoxy. And of course, I cannot forget to add your cup of positivity for today. And today's quote, unfortunately, does not have an author, but I really liked it anyway. So it says, "When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it." And that's all I have for you guys today for this Unicorn Burst Tumbler tutorial. If you guys have any questions at all, like always, please feel free to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks guys, bye!